Ever wondered where you'd get food in a crisis? It's a chilling question that can send a shiver down your spine, isn't it? In times of uncertainty, when the world around us seems to be spiraling out of control, one thing becomes crystal clear: the importance of concealment. Now you might be asking, why concealment? Well, let's paint a picture together. Imagine a world where food becomes a scarce commodity. Supermarket shelves are empty, supply chains are disrupted, and the hum of life as we know it grinds to a halt. In such a world, desperation could drive people to extreme measures. Even the most unexpected places, including your backyard, could become targets for theft. This isn't a dystopian fiction, it's a potential reality that we must prepare for. And that's why concealing your survival crops is not just a wise move. It's a necessity. It's about safeguarding your food supply, protecting your lifeline in times of crisis. The key to protecting your harvest is to keep a low profile. It's about being the gray man or woman in a world of vibrant colors. Don't reveal what you're growing, when you're growing it, or how much you have. The less people know about your food resources, the safer you'll be. It's like a game of poker. You don't want to reveal your hand too soon. You want to keep your cards close to your chest. So it's essential to learn how to hide your food resources effectively. Concealment is an art, a skill that can be mastered with the right knowledge and techniques. And that's what we're here to share with you today. In this guide, we'll delve into the world of hidden survival crops, exploring the nuances of secrecy in food production. Now that we understand the importance of hiding our crops, let's explore which crops are best suited for this purpose. In the next scene, we'll look at specific crops that are ideal for discreet growing, such as root vegetables or low-profile plants. So stick around, and let's continue this journey together. Not all crops are created equal, especially when it comes to concealment. When your survival hangs in the balance, the right crop selection can make all the difference. Let's delve into the world of covert crops that are perfect for your secret garden. First up, we have root vegetables. These subterranean marvels are a godsend for the stealthy gardener. Potatoes, carrots, beets, and radishes are all excellent choices. These vegetables grow underground, keeping them hidden from prying eyes. Plus, their above-ground foliage is generally nondescript and can easily blend with other plants. Next, we have low-profile plants like herbs and ground cover crops. These include thyme, mint, and strawberries. Their low stature makes them less noticeable, and many of these plants can also double as natural insect repellents, protecting your other crops from pests. Third on our list are climbing plants. Think beans, peas, and cucumbers. These plants can be trained to grow up trellises or fences, effectively hiding them in plain sight. They can even be used to create a living screen, adding another layer of protection to your hidden garden. Consider also incorporating edible flowers into your garden such as marigolds, nasturtiums, and pansies. Not only do they provide a burst of color and beauty to your garden, but their edible nature also adds to your food supply. More importantly, they can serve as a distraction, drawing attention away from your more valuable crops. Lastly, don't forget about the humble squash. This plant's large, sprawling vines can easily camouflage the fruit it bears, making it an ideal choice for covert cultivation. Each of these crops brings something unique to the table, whether it's their inconspicuous growth habits, their dual-purpose nature, or their ability to blend in with their surroundings. By choosing a mix of these crops, you can create a diverse, resilient, and hidden food supply. Remember, the best defense is a good offense. By choosing the right crops, you're already one step ahead in protecting your food supply. Now that we know what to grow, let's discuss where to grow these survival crops. The location of your survival garden is just as important as the crops you choose. Let's explore some of the best locations for discreet cultivation. First, consider the corners of your backyard, especially those less visible from the street or neighboring properties. These hidden nooks can become the perfect spots for growing your survival crops. Next, let's look up. Rooftop gardens are a brilliant option for those living in urban environments. By growing plants on your roof, you restrict access to your food supply, keeping it out of sight and out of mind for most people. But what if you don't have a backyard or a rooftop? Balconies and terraces can be your allies. Shielded by high barriers or curtains, these spaces can host a number of potted plants without drawing attention. If outdoor options are limited, don't fret. Indoor hydroponics can be an excellent solution. It's easy to set up and use, and there are plenty of DIY guides to help you fit the system to your space. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have a spacious backyard, you can create a hidden garden tucked away in a secluded area. Use natural features like bushes, trees, or even a garden shed to obscure your food supply from view. Speaking of trees, planting underneath them can also disguise your garden. The large canopy can deter casual observation, while the tree roots help to keep your plants anchored and protected. Finally, don't underestimate the power of vertical gardening. Installing structures against walls or fences can hide your crops in plain sight while maximizing your use of space. Remember, the goal is not just to grow food, but to do it discreetly. The key is to blend in with the environment, making your garden seem like a natural part of the landscape. Finding the perfect spot for your hidden garden is essential. But so is how you grow your crops. Let's delve into that in our next segment. Even the most hidden garden can be discovered. That's where container gardening and camouflage come into play. Now, container gardening is a fantastic way to grow food in urban or confined spaces. It's incredibly versatile and allows you to create a garden in places you wouldn't normally be able to. Containers can be placed on rooftops, balconies, terraces, or even indoors. They are easy to move, so if you need to change the location of your garden quickly, it's not a problem. The containers you select can vary greatly. You could use everything from traditional pots to repurposed items like buckets or crates. The key is to ensure your container has good drainage to prevent waterlogged soil, which can damage your plants. Now let's talk about the crops. Compact plants like herbs, lettuce, and peppers are great for container gardens. You can also try root vegetables like carrots and beets. They may not grow as large as they would in open ground, but they'll still provide a decent yield. Okay, so you've got your container garden set up. Now, how do you keep it hidden? Camouflage is the answer. This is where you blend your crops with the existing landscaping or natural surroundings. If you're growing in containers outdoors, try placing them amongst decorative plants. The more varied the plant types and colors around your edible plants, the less likely they are to stand out. For indoor gardens, you could place your containers in areas that are least likely to be seen by visitors. For instance, if you have a seldom used room or a large closet, these could be ideal places for your hidden garden. Another camouflage technique is to grow edible plants that don't look like traditional food crops. Many herbs, for example, are just as beautiful as ornamental plants and can easily blend in with them. With the right tools and equipment, maintaining your hidden garden becomes a lot easier. So do your research, plan well, and you'll have a secret garden that provides you with fresh, nutritious food while remaining hidden from prying eyes. To keep your garden thriving and hidden, you'll need the right tools and strategies. It's no small task, but with a little know-how, you'll be well equipped to handle any situation. Let's start with the basics. Essential tools include a sturdy hand trowel for planting, a good pair of pruning shears for maintenance, and a reliable watering can or hose. These tools will help ensure your survival garden is healthy, productive, and most importantly, discreet. For those of you with rooftop gardens or vertical setups, you might want to consider a lightweight, collapsible ladder. It's a practical and portable tool that can help you reach your crops with ease. And remember, always opt for rust-resistant tools. They might cost a bit more, but they'll last longer and perform better in the long run. Now let's talk about emergency harvests. There may come a time when you need to gather your crops quickly. In such cases, a sharp, sturdy knife is indispensable. It can help you cut through stems and roots swiftly, saving precious time. But tools are just part of the equation. You also need to have a plan. Know exactly what you'll harvest first and what can be left behind, if need be. Prioritize crops that are ripe and ready to eat, but don't forget about those that can be stored for longer periods. Consider rehearsing your emergency harvest. This might sound a bit dramatic, but trust me, it's a valuable exercise. It'll help you identify potential issues and fine-tune your strategy, ensuring you're ready to act when the time comes. Last but not least, remember to always keep your tools clean and well-maintained. A well-kept tool not only lasts longer but also prevents the spread of diseases among your plants. Remember, planning and preparation are key to securing your food supply. So start planning your own survival garden today. And don't forget, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I'll catch you on the next one.